All right. Hey guys, welcome to the last Monday Night Dream Team Zoom of October, which is kind of mind-boggling. But this is it. We have really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 days left, plus a couple hours tonight for the end of the month. So what I want to do is go over some, not a ton, but some details that they talked about in Vegas. But I want to make sure that you all saw and or do know that tomorrow night is the State of Lavelle CEO call where Jason and Paul will be getting on there and going over all of the details about the product, the new product launches, and hopefully talk a little bit about a little bit more in depth. I don't know if they will or not, but like they kicked off our Friday night event by saying they were ready for 2022. So they didn't really give a whole lot after. I can't wait to, okay. I thought at first you thought you couldn't hear me. I was panicking. Yeah, I can't wait to hear more stuff too tomorrow. Especially as far as like what they have planned for 2022. So there's obviously new products out. They have new formulas coming out for our shakes in 2022 because they have hinted about dairy free, but they actually said dairy free is coming in 2022, which is super exciting for a lot of people, including myself. And then the thing that really caught my attention that they said was, obviously we have 4K, 12K, 80K, 200K, and then they threw out 400K, 600K, million K. So they are going to be raising the ranks and they are going to be adjusting the pay scale to pay those ladies. I'm like, not that Mari is not making a ton of money, but think about that. Like she's the top earner, but she's still getting paid like a lot of regular people, which I don't know, 200K be regular, but you know what I mean? So I think it's exciting that they're building that and they've waited until now is where the company was in a position to do that. So to me, the biggest thing is for any of you that are like, oh gosh, I hope I can get to 12K. Like you have bigger fish to fry now. Like there's even way more ranks to do. It's long overdue. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, part of me loves the fact that you can get to the top so quickly because that's one of the downfalls. But for these, I say ladies, there's some guys there too, but for these ladies that have been there for so many years, like, come on, give them some perks. So that to me was probably one of the most exciting as a promoter that they talked about. I'm super excited for our new shakes. I like that they're going to do them like one a month. So if you haven't ordered your salted caramel yet, I would highly encourage it. And then people are already getting detox today, which I ordered the very second they said we could do it. And mine's not supposed to come till Thursday. So, but mine's coming with the salted caramel also. So I don't know if that takes longer or what. Yeah. Glenna got hers today, Glenna Brown, and she lives in Virginia. And Rochelle out there in Arizona with Samantha got hers today too. Now she said that her tracker showed Wednesday, but it showed up today. So come on. And she was like, go stalk the mailman. He had already been here. So anyway, but yeah, they're already sending that out. So let's start with detox because I think that's probably the one that most people are curious about. And again, I'm not going to do like super detailed because that is coming tomorrow night, but just know that it is live and available to order for everyone. It's only $48 for the 10 days, which I was super impressed with. I thought it was going to be more. But the thing that I love about the detox is it actually, after you order it, like you'll obviously get your confirmation email that you ordered it. But shortly after that, you're going to get an email from Lavelle and it's going to give you lifestyle and dietary guidelines. And some people were like freaking out about that. But here's the thing. If you're going to take 10 days to use a product that helps detox everything from heavy metals and clear out lymph nodes, then you don't want to also be eating something that would just need to be re-detoxed. So this is definitely a 10-day commitment. It is for sure going to be something that somebody's going to want to like truly get behind. So I love that they're supporting the product with tips to make the best of it, because there's nothing like someone saying they're doing a detox and then you see them on day 7 drinking, or you see them on day 5 and they're having a candy bar or a pop or something, right? I freaked out about no animal protein and no one. Yeah, I will tell you, the no 1 and 2 freaked me out too, because I've not gone without it in over 6 years, ever, like ever. Oh, I lied. The day I had my gallbladder taken out, but I had so early in the morning, I didn't really notice. But anyway, yeah, that kind of freaks me out. I don't think you're going to need to worry about the no balance because I have a feeling that the AM PM is going to help you out with that. But it is important to know that the detox is not it's going to be gentle in a sense. It's not like, Miralax or whatever, where you're just going to be going all over, but it is taxing to your body. So to actually go in and do a metabolic cellular level detoxification, that's going to be stressful on the body. And that's why they have the guidelines, not only related to the food, but also to like getting plenty of rest, taking time, like understanding that you may not feel fabulous at first. That's what I said about balance. Yeah. And I could be wrong, but I really think it's going to be okay. I heard today it has balance, and yeah, that's what I kind of figured. I don't know that I didn't actually read like the thing, but the ingredients to me were similar. So basically it's two things. So there's capsules you take in the morning, there's capsules you take at night. Just the highlights, it helps with weight management, gut health, energy, mental clarity, rest, nutrient absorption, which is one of the things that balance is really good at. So that's why I kind of feel like that. Overall mood and more. So basically the AM formula is going to help your body start to release some of the things that are in there. And if you're not totally sure, oh, Tony said it. Yeah. Well, who knows? If you're not totally sure about like heavy metals in the body, you can do a quick Google search. There are metals that are vital to us for life. Like it's funny, like I've never thought of calcium as a metal, but it's a metal that we need in our body. Obviously, our bones are made of it. I just thought when I think of metal, I think of like shiny silver. But there's also metals that we don't need a lot of, or that we don't need prolonged exposure to. If any of you are older than probably 35, maybe 30, you've probably at some point in time had the silver fillings in your mouth, and those are all being pulled out of people, and new ones are being put in as quickly as possible, because that's not good for us. Like we absorb that in our body. So that's one of the things that will help. And so I would encourage you, I don't want you to be a doctor, but I want you to understand that there are good metals and there are bad metals. And even of the good metals, there can be toxic levels of the metal. So again, you don't have to be a scientist, but just understand that this isn't like, a lot of people are like, oh, we're going to detox. And they basically think they're just going to shut their brains out for 8 days and lose, 30 pounds, right? That's not really what this is about. Like, I'm not saying people aren't going to lose probably some inflammation, and you might not have some poopy going on, but it's more on a cellular level, which to me is super exciting, because that's what we need as humans. We need help. Like your body, if you're peeing and pooing and sweating and all that stuff, that is your body's natural detoxification system at work. This goes like a level deeper to actually pull some of the things out of you. So during the day, the morning pills, the AM pills, they're actually going to be going in there, and they're going to be like roughhousing that stuff to loosen it up. And then at night, when your body is naturally cleansing itself anyway, you're going to get it all out, if you know what I mean. So it says it's recommended for every 90 days for the best results, which if you think about that, that is what they always told us about balance. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, think of like the little metal in your lymph node, and you don't need it. It like gets in there and punches it and roughhouses it out. I don't know. Anyway, you guys never know what's going to come out of my mouth on these things. So to me, it seems a lot like how balanced they want us to take it every few months, because obviously the cleaner you are, the more receptive your cells are, the better you're going to absorb your Thrive. So as much as I'm totally dreading not having my steps 1 and 2 for 10 days, I'm excited to see like what it'll be like. Because you guys have all heard me, I think, say this before. I'm not an early adapter. Like I can wear a different DFT for a month and be like, maybe something felt different. Whereas like Laura Wernsman can put a DFT on for, I don't know, 5 minutes and be like, oh, I feel this, this, and this. And I'm like, shit, I don't get that. Like, so I'm excited to see like if this will make, I don't want to be more sensitive necessarily, but I'm excited. Anyway, so if you haven't ordered the detox yet, that's okay. You can still get the information. It's still in the cloud. There's like the PDF on it. So obviously if somebody wants to read about it, or you want to read about it, you can get in there. It's just the regular PDF. And then as far as like the 10-day guidelines, I have it. Anyone who's already ordered has that email. We could forward it to you so you can look at it or talk to customers. I don't know that I would be sharing that with customers right away. I would be like, do you want to detox or not? And when they say yes, okay, here it is. Because here's the thing, it's a guideline. It's not a do or die. It's not the end of the world. Like, so basically animal meats are one of the things they want you to back off from. So that may turn someone off completely. But here's the deal. If somebody needs to detox and the only thing they do is animal meat, but they give up their pop or they give up their whatever, all the other things that are like their vices, they're still going to have good results. Will they have the best, most amazing that they could have had? Maybe not, but it's going to be a hard one. Yeah. Oh, I mean, we live off of turkey in this house, ground turkey and all that jazz. But if you like fish, they did include some fishes fishes. They did include some fish in there. And it's a modern day world. So like there's all kinds of meat replacements that you can look into. Again, pay attention, read the labels. Sometimes a replacement isn't always great. Like I'm a huge fan of obviously dairy-free ice cream, but that shit's still bad for you. So it's a replacement, but it's not necessarily good. I'll be eating tuna salad every day. So you sound like Tom. Tom hates fish. The only time he eats tuna salad during Lent. Like that's his go-to. Yeah, the Impossible Burger. I've heard that's really good. So there's different alternatives. If nothing else, this could be the thing that just helps somebody stop and look at what they're eating for the first time in a long time, or look at how they're treating their body for the first time in a long time. And if you guys have ever been in a downward spiral, health-wise, and you just needed that moment to stop, have like something needed to stop you, this could be it for someone. So I personally would not share all the guidelines with someone until they make the commitment to do it. And then just remind them that these are just best practices. It's not I don't want somebody to be like, well, screw it and throw it in the trash and not do it because they can't have a turkey burger or whatever. But I think it's good to arm someone with all the information so they can get the best results. Anyway, I wasn't going to talk this long about detox, but you know me, I love new products. So whoops, that's not it. So then the other thing they brought out was the salted caramel. I'm super excited to try it. I'm super excited for fudge when it comes out. And then we also have snickerdoodle coming out. So that'll get us through the end of the year. And then 2022 will start. I don't know if something will come out on, January 1, but I think detox will be a big seller at the end of December for people to do January 1. So I encourage you all to pick your 10 days and do it now so that by, after Thanksgiving, before, like when people are literally going in that downward spiral of the turkey and the pie and the cookies and all that stuff, you have a story to tell about here's what happened. Here's how I did it. Here's what helped me, because people are all going to get in that mindset for January 1. So it may be like February at the Punta Cana getaway. I'm guessing that they'll maybe throw out the dairy-free stuff, but I'm not sure. So anyway, so we had those new products come out. And like I said, I think one of the biggest things were the new ranks that are coming to pick from, because I think that's super enticing for people to aim higher. And so that brings me to my next conversation I want to have, and it is about aiming higher, and it is about the trip in February. Part of it is also about this trip. So, and I didn't pull the numbers of how many people are actually on this team. I know out of every 100 people we have on the team, we probably have one person that actually works it. I get that it's a numbers game, that we need a big team to have things happen. But I'm seeing a lot of complacency as far as working for the incentives goes. And so to me, like, I'm super proud and excited that everybody that was in Las Vegas, I always am proud of people who make it. But then I have a whole list of people in my head that I was like, they could have, should have, would have been here. Like they could have done this. They could have made this. You guys, they're giving trips away to 12Ks. When I first started, you had to be 40K and up to even think about getting on the trip. Like that wasn't even, if you weren't there, you weren't even considered. And Vegas was so, the hotel was the numbers of room or whatever. They actually gave away golden tickets at the end because not all the people were coming. Now I know part of that is travel. Part of it is the whole pandemic situation. So I get that. But even if in your head, I can't go, I'm not going to go, whatever, it's still really important to earn these things. It's still really important to use these incentives to grow your business. Samantha, even if you can't go earn it, to show your team it's possible. I've earned three trips a year for 6 years and I haven't been able to go, and I always earn it. Yes, exactly. And I know Sandra Dilbeck is one of those that has earned and they can't go. I think Laura's even earned one time. She knew she couldn't go. Like the idea of the incentives, obvious, like, okay, so auto bonus, obviously the incentive is the car payment. That's a huge incentive. But even if you're like, oh, my cars are paid for, I don't need it, the incentive is there to drive your business. So if you look at a trip qualification and you're like, I can't go, or I don't want to go, or, I mean, I've been very honest about this with all of you prior and now, Vegas is not my favorite place in the world to go. It's not where I really want to spend all my time. It's not really where I want to spend all my money. However, it is a corporate trip. Like that's where our people are. That's where I want to go. I want to be there with my team. So I go. But even if I couldn't go, like if I knew I couldn't go for some reason, I still want to earn it. Because not only to show my team, but for me, it's my business. So if to earn the trip, I had to get 2 or 3 customers or 2 or 3 new promoters, and I had to keep my volume, isn't that what I'm already trying to do anyway? Isn't that what my business is about anyway? So I just want to talk about that, like the lack of people showing up. Like obviously, I don't want people just showing up for trips. But if honestly, if that's the thing that gets your gut going, then yeah, show up for the damn trip. Punta Cana is a whole other realm trip wise, as far as like a city in the US. Obviously, there's going to be international travel, but you guys, it's the all inclusives. It's where the second you land, you don't spend a penny. You eat anything you want, you drink anything you want, you whatever the heck is at the resort you want to do, you go do it, and nothing. You pay nothing for any of that. Like I always buy a snack at the airport and then a snack at the airport on the way home. So like I have a charge at the beginning and a charge at the end, and that's it. That's all you have to pay for. So go into that trip, go into these qualifications. We only have 6 days left in this month, but November, December, go in knowing that like, this is an awesome trip. This is a trip you want to go on. This is a trip in February. Who wants to be in Ohio in February? Not me. Not if there's a beach in the Dominican calling my name. And even if you can't go, show yourself and your business and your team that you can earn it. Like, to me, it's just a no-brainer. This is going back to the whole treat it like a business, not a hobby. When people are like, yeah, there's a trip, but I'm not going. Okay, but I'm still going to earn it. There were several people who I saw through social media that they had earned the trip, like big 200Ks that I saw, they got their shout out and they weren't there for different reasons, but they earned it because again, they do it to keep their business growing. So I just want you guys to think about that. And I know the faces on here aren't really, this is always how it goes. The faces who need to hear it aren't the ones on the Zoom. So it's important to me for you to share the Zoom with your team. And if your team is one person, share it with one person. If your team is 800, share it with 800. The people who can't make it tonight. Now, I know some people are at work. I get it. Some people don't ever get on Zooms for any reason because they're not treating it like a business. I get that. But there is a group of people who are trying to build a business, but they can't be on Monday nights at 7:30, which is fine. That's why we record them. But they need to understand what the trips are for. Literally from the second somebody hits promoter, they're put in the VIP stage, right? They are given a 14-day period to earn $1,320 or, plus whatever. That's not just because Le-Vel's awesome. It's because it will force them to get new customers who now can go refer to and new promoters who are now in VIP. That is how you grow your business quickly. And here's the thing, you guys, you're going to grow your business. It's going to boom and then it's going to lull. It's going to boom and then it's going to lull. It's going to boom. That is just business. So if you are constantly trying to think about, I'm in VIP, I always need 2 customers, I always need 2 promoters. When a trip comes around, you're already going to be in the right mindset anyway, because you're already trying to do those things. And if you are constantly bringing in new customers and you're giving them good customer service, here's the thing too. I see a lot of people bring in customers to get the check mark and then nothing. The chats go down. The person doesn't reorder, like nothing. And I know how I feel if somebody treats me like that when I'm a customer. And I know I preach about it every Sunday on our power plan. Your customers, especially your auto ship customers, are your bread and butter. Like treat them like gold, send them cards, give them raving reviews, do whatever the heck you need to do to let them know that you care about them and you want them to have a great Thrive experience. And to me, the ultimate great Thrive experience as a customer is to get it for free. Now, I know some people flat out would rather pay double than have to talk to anybody about it, and that's their choice, but I still remind them every month. I know you're not comfortable talking about it, and that's fine, but please remember, if you think of someone who would like to thrive or who could use Thrive, I will gladly talk to them for you. Let's get you thriving for free. Like, you just have to work that system. And then same thing, when you bring in a new promoter, and I know, I get it. Like sometimes people just hit promoter and you're like, oh, hell, I didn't know they wanted to promote. Or somebody hits promoter and then they drop off the face of the earth. I get it. But the second somebody hits promoter, they have got to be in an upline chat. They have got to have a conversation about VIP 800. I don't know that I would have stuck this business out had my first 2 weeks not been so freaking phenomenal. Had I not gotten those 2 bonus checks and not gotten those, I think $200 in credits by the time VIP 1600 was done, I don't think that I would have taken off the way I did. I had credits to share. You've heard Sandra Delbeck say it many times. That's why she signed up, because I was able to give her credits. As soon as I got that $400 plus my commission, and that was my first check, you better bet I was like, oh, hell, this is legit. Like, that's legit money. So when you can share with somebody how they can get legit money, again, it's up to them what they do with it. But if they don't even know, then that's shame on us. And I get it. Sometimes we're new and we don't know. I didn't know when I first started. I just filled in the boxes that Susan and Lindsay told me to do. They said, go do this. I said, okay. And case in point, they're not my direct uplines, but my upline at the time did put me in a chat with them. Susan and Lindsay are who walked me through, go get a customer, go sign this person up, go do that. That's how I built my business. And I'm telling you, I know myself. I know if my first couple of weeks I'd made $20, I'd be like, it's too much work. I'm not gonna worry about it. But I actually got to see real money hit my checking account, which right then and there verified for me that it was real. How many people do you talk to about these trips? They don't believe you. Even though you share photos, they don't believe you. There's just an underlining mistrust of corporations in general. And I get it. I don't trust all of them either. But when you can actually prove to that person that, oh, here's a paycheck, a real life paycheck, and it's yours, do with it, go buy your groceries or pay off that bill. That is what will build your business, because that will build confidence, not only in the person themselves, but in the company that they sign their name to. I think I've said this a couple of times, but if you haven't read Jason Kemper's book yet, and this is coming from a girl who hates to read, first of all, it's an easy book to read. I appreciated that. It's not like big words, it's not hard, whatever. I appreciated that. But the story is good. Like, there is a reason Lavelle is what it is. He literally got beaten up from top to bottom in all kinds of other companies for all the different reasons. And that is why we are so strict with compliance. That's why our comp plan is laid out the way it is. That's why he refuses to stop working on formulas and making things better. He always wants it to be innovative. He always wants it to be the next best thing. And that's why our trips are set up and our auto bonus is set up so that you can earn it quick. Because if you earn it quick, you prove to yourself and the world that you're actually in business and doing it. So I really want you guys to think about these things when it comes to the Punakana tracker. You all have it in your back office. Some of you may not totally understand what it means. If you're that new and you don't know, please reach out to your upline or me. I will walk you through it. Some of you are looking at it and you're like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to hit 12K that month. So you're not. Straight up, you're not. If that's what you think, you're not going to do it. I want you to be like, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to do it for sure, but I'm going to try. Or one step further, I'm hitting 12K. I'm hitting 14K. I'm hitting 20K. And some of you need to say, I'm hitting 40K. There's no reason. There's no reason. There are people on this team who could easily be earning these trips and they're just not even trying. Which, here's my last thing I will say. If that's how you feel about your business, then have a good long talk with yourself. If you don't care to earn these things and to do these things, then maybe this isn't where you should be. Like, and I'm not even saying that to be mean. Like, I just feel like if it's something where you're beating your head against the wall constantly, that's different. If you're beating your head against the wall, to me, that means you're trying. If you're looking at your tracker and you don't care, or you're not logging into your cloud, you're not talking to anybody, you're not doing anything, then maybe this isn't the place for you to be right now. Maybe you should just set it out for a little bit, or, whatever. And honestly, I got that from reading Jason's book. Like, that's what he would say. He, no skin off his back. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you, but don't slow everybody else down. So if you're banging your head against a wall and you're trying, I love it. I would rather you do that and fail than just look at it and be like, I can't go. I'm not going to go. I'm never going to make it. All we do on this team, I feel like all we do, and when I say this team, I mean from like Maria down, is we offer so many opportunities for self-growth. We offer so many trainings. We have, we literally have leaders that will walk you through how to run your business in an hour. And it's all recorded on Zoom. Find one you love and just watch that damn thing every hour and go through it. So to me, it's not a matter of not knowing how to do something. It's a matter of caring if you're going to do it or not. And again, I know the faces I see on the screen, you're not the ones that need to hear this. I get that. But I'm talking to the masses on this one because I really want people to understand that I don't know why you would have a company so amazing that is willing to pay you so amazing and take you places and let you drive awesome cars and you're sitting on it. I don't get that. I just don't. I don't know. That's where I'm at. So does anybody have any questions, comments, anything you want to add? Any of you that were in Vegas that you loved it, if you want to share something, you can type or unmute or whatever. Or we can just stare at me for a minute. Okay. So yeah, please share this with your teams because I do want everyone to know that we do have information about detox and just kind of my take on it, but definitely try to funnel everyone to the corporate call tomorrow night. The email went out, but as we've said before, we get the email and we get excited and we want to know your customers. They may not have even opened it. They may have unsubscribed. They may have scrolled on by. Half of your team has not even opened it. They don't even know that they get emails from Le-Vel. This is one they want to be on. This 10-day detox, this will be good. I promise this will be a good one. Now, I also promise that Jason will refer to cars, 4 or 5 times talking about the detox. Just know and be ready for it. That's how he's going to explain stuff. But put people on this call because there's not a single human that come December 26th isn't going to be like, oh, I got to get my shit together. And this could actually be the thing that would help them. Like I said, it could pause them in their tracks and help them get where they need to go. So anyway, with that, I'm going to put the recording up. You guys can share it and I'll see you later. Bye.